Hey, 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 what's good people? Episode 153, Uncensored Minds Reloaded. We are here with you this Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone has had an amazing weekend. Make sure to like and share the video, give that thumbs up, hit that live bell notification. Make sure if you are not a member, become a member. Hit one of the team up. We got you. Make sure to go cop the drip, the Uncensored Minds drip. We got it for you. Make it make sense. Tailor-made kicks.
Thanks.
Intimate conversations.
Conversations, raw
Yes,
honey,
raw
S
honey.
gang,
The S
all
gang,
the
the
above.
whole gamut, all of the above. Make sure to get your drip. But we are ready for an amazing show. I hope y'all ready. What's up, gang?
What's what's popping? What's popping, people? The episode 153 is East. So that we're gonna get right into it tonight. We got a great show for y'all. Not only is it 153, but you got us the whole night live.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of shit. It's gonna be a lot of shenanigans tonight. So I hope y'all get prepared, man. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of shenanigans tonight.
Well, I got mine.
You got
Hope you got yours.
Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button underneath the video to keep the algorithms going and to let people know that you are in here, and say something in the chat so we can give you a shout out. Shout out to all the members. Tonight's entertainment spin is a special one because we are also streaming live on Facebook tonight for the first time in eons.
You dig?
So we giving y'all a special treat tonight.
We special treating it tonight. Yo, shout out to my man Mike, one half of the Game 7 crew. His birthday is day 2. Make sure y'all send him some love out there in the universe so he'll know that we thinking about him because his team is going to lose tonight and he needs emotional support that he can get.
So my brother is turning 50 again, y'all. He's turning 50 again, y'all. So show some love for my brother Mike in the chat. And also, Game 7 will be returning on Thursday.
Nice.
Sheesh.
What we doing?
Yes,
I know
happy birthday,
I've
Mike.
been saying this for the past three, 4 times, but make it make sense. We'll be having episode 6 this Saturday coming, the last Saturday of the month, which we will be highlighting and showing love to breast cancer awareness with a very, very special episode. So that's the reason why we haven't premiered it yet, just because we're putting the finishing final touches on everything and making sure that it's extra special and in accordance with breast cancer awareness month. So stay tuned for Game 7, Tailor-Made Kicks, make it make sense. And then us again on Sunday for Uncensored Minds. Let's get right into the entertainment quick spin, people.
All right, we will do an icebreaker later on during the Uncensored Minds, our deep discussion topics, but we're going to get right into the entertainment shit on this show. So what is going on with The Little Mermaid, everybody?
I think I might be a daddy.
Damn, Nell, you got her knocked up.
Little baby on the way, not me, DDG. Don't confuse it to DSG, but DDG got the Little Mermaid pregnant, and not only is she pregnant, but it seems like they tied the knot as well. You know, she did an interview this past week with one of the magazines, and she said, "I wanted to introduce the world to my baby bump, and also to my newest husband."
What is happening right now? Not during our telecast. Somebody need to beat it. Now, I told somebody earlier, just a few minutes ago, that I was handing out spankings. So
wait, yes. So wait, I apologize. I have the new iPhone 15 titanium. And I'm telling you,
we showing off. That's
we
what it
showing
is,
off.
We're showing off.
Connected. It done connected to the computer. I apologize humbly, and I don't even know who that was. That was a 602 area code. You better cut your shit.
That's DDG.
It's DDG calling. You confirm the rumors.
Yeah,
all right,
I'm
people.
so sorry.
So, I believe that Halle Bailey, who is the sister of Chloe Bailey, who was also the Little Mermaid, she is 23 years old, I believe, and he is 27 years old. So they've been together for a couple years. It's been reported that it's been solid, but they had little hiccups here and there over his insecurities. But other than that, they seem to be doing good. But do y'all think that this is a step in the wrong direction for her, being as though her career is just starting to skyrocket?
Absolutely not. As we've seen past entertainers, celebrities, females of the sort, um, pop out babies and their career continue to flourish. Prime example, Cardi B. Cardi B had a baby mid height of her popularity, and it just got stronger and stronger. She even delivered two in the process. Nicki
But I
Minaj.
think Cardi's a little older.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I don't think, I think the resources that they got nowadays, they got the money, they have the nannies, they got the family that can help them. So, they don't typically miss a beat, like us common folks would. But
All right. So I want to kick Nell out of this next question.
bye.
No, don't leave. But I want to kick you out of this next question. So Ish, you being the other resident parent, do you think that you are too young at 23? Do you think that you should wait, or do you think that you are emotionally, like intellectually mature enough, like you're ready at 23?
Mm-hmm. I think obviously, ideally, 23 is an age to, yes, become a parent and physically be a mother, etc. But I feel like at 23, your mind is still developing, your experience is still developing, her career is pivoting and it's taken off. And so I feel like maybe 23 is just a tad bit too young for her, and especially um, with inter relationships now in entertainment. They can be a little fuzzy at times. And not that her and DDG's relationship is fuzzy, but in the past, we have heard rumors swirling and all that kind of stuff. So I just feel like, they should be enjoying their success, enjoying their life, their love. And then maybe a little bit later when it's a little tighter and all of that stuff, they can, do that. But I heard this was a rumor, y'all. I heard that statement.
Well, we saw the picture. We saw the picture.
I know.
So I don't know.
I know. If it's but they still trying to say it's a rumor.
It's true. Mm-hmm. So they're saying that they also are rumored to have snuck off and got married, and that is a thing that people do when there's a baby on the way. Mm-hmm. You sneak off and get married, so it doesn't seem like you're having a baby out of wedlock. But right. Nell, if you're DDG at 27, you have not yet, got your big break. Are you ready to be a father?
Yes. Well, he don't have no choice. It's time to get a father. But one thing I will say for those two is things are different when you're a celebrity with a few dollars in your pocket. It's not as stressful as it is on us, 9-to-5 folks who have to figure out childcare and how to put 1 and 2 together to make 3 and 4.
Let's stay right there now, because that is a beautiful segue. Mm-hmm. Is this DDG secure in the bag?
Yes. That is absolutely.
You need to secure the bag.
not to downplay the young brother. He definitely is a popular YouTuber where he got a lot of his success and his commerce from, a semi-failed rap career hasn't taken off as he wanted it to, but he is a very, very popular YouTuber, which makes a lot of money yearly. So I think that what's going to happen is these two will be in a very good place. I think the young lady it has a good support system. We see that she's a model citizen when it comes to keeping herself out of nonsense and keeping herself out of trouble, but also surrounding herself with her family, who's her sister Chloe Bailey, who was another mega star out there as well. So shout outs to them too for doing this. I'm not mad at them.
All right, Ish, what are your last thoughts? And let's wrap this up. What is your last thoughts on this whole situation? If do you believe they snuck off and got married? Do you believe from this picture that she is pregnant? What is your thoughts to wrap this up?
Yeah, I definitely think she's pregnant. I mean, her belly is way too round for it to be not a baby bump. But I wish them the best, and maybe this young relationship can be the relationship that is a pivotal relationship for others to look at, you know, them being young and being able to get through any diversity that may come their way, especially as young parents, young entertainers, etc. So I wish them the best of luck.
Caution. I mean, I throw caution to the wind, and I ask people, why do y'all think it's too young? I think y'all think normalcy is like they're going to struggle. They have more money than they may need. So
no,
Right.
because it's not only
as
it's not
the
only
money.
based in emotions. Now it's also maturity and emotional
absolutely.
things that go into
Yeah.
it.
But that's
Yeah.
somewhere, because I know people that's 30, 40, and 50 years old that are emotionally ready
True.
to be married as well. So, you know, I mean,
That's true.
we castrate the young for not doing the right thing. They do the right thing and surprisingly get married and, you know, have a baby on the way together. Cool. But I think when we think it's too young, why is it too young? Because do we think that they're going to struggle mentally, being whatever? You could do that at 30, 40 years old. We see now, you got a lot of people out here that's single, that's 50, 60, and 70 years old and still haven't figured it out.
Right, but you kind of get to know yourself the older you get. So at that age, they are both still learning themselves. I mean, I know some people still haven't learned themselves. Though we'll get into that later. I got some shit for that. But for the most part, when you are at that age, you kind of want to have your freedom.
Hey, Ish.
Yo.
Tell T to go pick up the teddy bear off his couch.
And because he's peeing around.
I need
go get the teddy bear, my friend. That people are dumb. Everybody, you know, I just think, you know what I mean? I don't know. It is what it is.
Well, you know, too, and just piggybacking off of that, being a young mom myself, like, you know, and seeing like my girlfriends who were young mothers, I just feel like not taken away from me. I think I did a pretty awesome job. I think my girlfriends did a pretty awesome job, but just in the sense of not being fully mature, not having experienced a lot of things, and then having to throw raising a baby, like being more mature can help you in raising your child better. If you're raising your child younger where you lack experience or you lack certain knowledges and things like that, you know, your child can also lack that as they're growing up. And yes, you have a village around you. She's going to have a ton of support. She has an awesome family. She has money. He has, you know, been supportive of her, and they're going to be just fine. But mentally maturity wise, you know what I mean, being able to instill certain things that you have not yourself yet learned is the difficult task. And that's the only reason why I say that, not for any other reason, but other than learning yourself.
What's some of the challenges that young mothers face nowadays?
Besides not in that case, because obviously finances is not it. But if we're talking about regular, normal people, you know, obviously finances, and not everybody has a great support system.
Right.
So that's second.
Hold up, back up. Let's dissect these two things right here. Typically, and in youth and immaturity, our emotions play a part in a number of different things, but finances and the lack thereof has a pivotal opportunity for you to make a lot of mistakes. Right? That's not the case for them.
But also Nell, isn't her body still maturing? Isn't physically like her body's not all the way mature yet
at all.
That's
going to stop her from the physicality.
No, it's not going to stop her, but it's like changes your journey.
Okay,
changes your journey. And also, if we talk about their support system, for the people that don't know, Chloe and Halle, like they're like estranged from their parents. They don't really like fuck with their parents like that.
Yeah, they got each other.
Yeah, they just got each other.
Yeah. And you know, she's going to be just fine. They're going to be just fine. You know what I mean? I just feel like, you know, just as a young parent, there's going to be things that it will be lacking somewhat just in the raising of the child, that maybe she will have others to fill in, but just regular, normal people might not have that.
So and the same thing for Sexy Red. The young lady is the same age now with her second baby, with who knows who is the father. Are we giving that same play to Sexy Red as we are giving this young lady as well?
I've been saying, are we congratulating last week? I said, is this a congratulation story or is this a train wreck about to happen?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I commend all y'all young ladies who had babies at early ages and did what y'all needed to do to raise successful kids or successful people in this world. I'm one of them. My mother had me at the age of 19, and I'm thriving, she thriving, we all thriving. So shout outs to the young lady for doing it. Go have a baby or something, man. Don't wait.
Nell is the one with no kids telling everybody to go have a baby. How easy? How easy is that, Ish? How easy is that play, Ish?
It's simple to say.
All right, let's move on to the next topic, man. So now somebody is reneging.
You know why? We already know why.
Exactly. So let's get into Kevin Porter Jr., formerly of the Houston Rockets, who was traded and waived, and now is looking for a job. Why you laughing? He's looking for a job?
Because that's so crazy.
Right. So he was a rising star, and now he's looking for a job. And he had a former WNBA player girlfriend who they had a physical altercation, and then somebody called the cops, and then they said, what they say, he broke what, Ish? He broke what
her
on
neck.
He almost broke his neck or some shit. But all right, so I want to ask both of y'all: do y'all think that this is a case of sometimes couples get into a little tiff and people should mind their business, or is this she got paid off to say nothing happened?
Or the money, the bad cut stops. The money train ends. Did she realize that? Sometimes, I don't know. Who knows?
What's up, Ish? What's your take?
I mean, honestly, I'm going to say I feel like, first of all, the statements that were made by the media and the prosecution, et cetera, they released portions of the complaint. Typically in the complaint, and this is just so you guys will know, like typically in the complaint, it's what the statement was given or what was observed. So I kind of don't feel like her statements now are basically saying, hey, the prosecution is running with this and they're making it seem a certain way. And I'm not on that train, but it didn't come out of the blue sky. Like, you know what I mean? It didn't just fall that way. This stuff probably happened. And now she's probably retracting it because she, one, doesn't want to either ruin his career and, the shit got involved and, you know what I mean? And now she wants to take it back, or she could be getting paid off. But trust it happened. Trust that happened that way.
All right. So what do y'all think should happen moving forward?
That's a slippery slope, right? Because if she chooses not to press charges, then how is anyone else going to make a determination what should be?
If they had physical evidence, they can still prosecute.
They going to still move forward. They don't need her.
Yeah, they don't need her.
She is the one who was the evidence, and she is now retracting.
Right, but if they had like the physical recorded evidence, like if they seen medical records or anything of that nature, they don't need her.
He might not broke her neck. He might not have broken her neck because we even said it at the last time we discussed it, that she had a pre-existing condition.
Right.
And so it was pretty determined at that point in time that he did not in fact break her neck. However, she was still bloodied and she was still bruised. Right. That was documented and evidenced, and they even had video from wherever they were.
All right. So my question to you, Ish, is: do you think that this could just be a little physical tiff, or do you think he's an abuser?
I don't say that anyone is an abuser because we don't know for certain. You know what I mean? Things obviously can get heated and can get out of control, and shit can happen. It might have started out as a small little domestic argument or whatever the case may be that just got wildly out of control, and the authorities are involved. And then what happens? Everybody's all in an uproar. But I don't necessarily think he is an abuser unless he proves to be that time and time again.
Okay, no. Does he get another job?
He may. Yes, he will. You see how it changes so quick? Talent allows these employers who need you to look past that. If he's exonerated and she doesn't come to court and they wind up dismissing the case, then yes, he will at some point get another job. I think what in his situation, what has hurt him the most is his previous behavior. His previous behavior has been so freaking crazy, doing other things that they had to do something because it's believable. He's left the team. He's done crazy things in the locker room to teammates, past other things that has challenged his character. So I think his employer said, damn, like this is the last straw.
Right. All right, each. If you hurt, how are you moving forward?
I think they've had tiffs before, and they've had, engagements that has, fell into violence somewhat. And so I think if I was her, I would be evaluating exactly what is happening here, if this is a toxic relationship, and how I could remove myself from it.
All right, y'all let us know in the chat if y'all think that Kevin Porter Jr. is going to get another job. If y'all think that this is a one-time tiff that got out of control, or this is repeated behavior, what's next for this couple? I think this is some youth shit. Like, this is some shit that happens when you're young.
Mm-hmm.
Go with the youth.
I'm telling you, this is some shit that happens when you're young, man.
And not only that, like I will say this, like some situations, some relationships, like I could be in a relationship with you now and we not do, or we not go through those things, you know what I mean, at all whatsoever. And then I could be in a relationship with T and I'll be ready to knock him out. He'd be ready to drag me down anytime I'm like, it's like, that's why it's difficult to say that somebody is an abuser, because you know what I mean, like abuse has to just like literally happen in every situation, and not all the time does it happen in every situation. Certain situations bring out a more heated version of you, let's just say.
All right, now what happened with Herbo and Funny Marco?
So Funny Marco has a show that he does, and he had Southside, who's a producer out of the Atlanta area, and also G-Herbo, who was a artist out of the Chicago area, and they went on there and they were clowning him, giving him hell. And some people thought it was actually a part of the programming, because Funny Marco, if you ever seen a Funny Marco, when his
this is normally what he does to his guests.
He does nonsense
Right.
and have them on edge, and they actually flipped the script and had him like trying to figure it out. But the question is, do you think they went too far? Let's see. We got some video.
No video. We don't have the video.
All right, so we don't have the video, but we got a picture right here. And
right.
Southside is the one with the tattoos on his face. Herbo is in the middle, and Funny Marco is the one with the bumpy face.
Not the bumpy face.
With the crater face, the Craig Max.
And they even played with his face. They even made jokes about his face, about his, whatever the case may be. Do you think they went too far? I think one aspect of the show where they went too far, it was two parts. G-Herbo threw a cup in his face. As a man, you never disrespect another man that way. We would have been wrong. Secondly, when they broke his watch, he had a $30,000 watch on, and they threw it down and broke it. Southside did that, which I think was totally disrespectful. If you're going to shade somebody and clown somebody and do them how he does everybody else, that's one thing. But to assault somebody or disrespect them by throwing something in their face and also breaking their property is going too far. And that's where a lot of the backlash has been coming in.
All right, Aisha, what's your thoughts on what happened?
I mean, we all know Funny Marco, this is what he does. I mean, we see the excerpts, we see the skits or whatever the case may be. This is his niche. He's found a niche where he makes dry humor interviews popping, right? If you feel as though that you can't handle that humor or that type of situation, then I feel like don't go on his show. Like, I can understand even you reversing it and flipping the script and giving him back a taste of his own medicine. But when it comes to a point that you overstepping those boundaries, that's out of pocket, like way out of pocket. And G-Herbo was corny any fucking way. Southside, what?
So you agree with Nell that they went too far?
Way too far. Way too far. Like the physical portion, I agree. Out of pocket.
I think Herbo was on the Funny Marco kind of vibe, right? Because when he threw the cup in his, he actually apologized. Oh, my bad. I want you. That was kind of crazy. That was my bad. I think Southside kind of was pushing the envelope a little too much, and Southside actually went on a live and was saying, "Yo, this man is a man," and whatever, and kind of sparking rumors as if he didn't care about whatever, where G-Herbo has stayed quiet or whatever the case may be. I think G-Herbo was kind of playing with the Funny Marco type vibe, but I think Southside was just feeding off the energy and was with whatever.
I think that this is twofold, because Funny Marco also has to know who you bringing on the show.
Right.
Now, if you bring it on, normally when I see G-Herbo do interviews, though, he don't act like this. He be calm, chilling, laid back. He don't even get into his hood shit. Like, he be chilling. So I've never seen G-Herbo actually act like this. So it seemed like G-Herbo was trying to get ahead of Funny Marco doing his dumb shit. That's what it seemed like to me, that G-Herbo was trying to get ahead of it and be, on his shit. But I think that Funny Marco should have knew who he was bringing on his show. It should have like, nah, I'm not, nah.
But even with that, right? Even if you wasn't on that vibe, like, you gotta stand up for yourself at a certain point.
Right, but that's what I mean. He shouldn't even put himself in a position to stand up for himself, because I don't think he should never had them on the show.
Like, if somebody come on this,
you know who to play with.
Yeah, you know how to play with. But if somebody come on this show and try to play with one of us, it's not going to be a good look.
Facts.
And even if you have to play with us or whatever, it's still going. You throw something in my face as a situation straight off the jump off. Like, if you break my leg straight off on the rip, like, so as I hold him accountable as well for allowing that to get to that point where he don't even stand up for himself. So at what point do you take accountability for yourself as a man and say, yo, this shit going too far? Like, what's up? Is we playing or is we serious? And if we,
but I mean, but that's where the professionalism comes in, because now I got sponsors and shit. If I react in that way, then now I'm losing all my backing. He's not funding the show, like, he's working for somebody. So now, you have to stand up for yourself and you have to be on your man shit, but you also have to be aware that there are people watching you with the money.
That's cool. I get it.
Right.
But he better not go home and raise his voice at his lady, because then she gonna be like,
you ain't talking to
them like that. Facts.
I'll definitely check you for the rest of your life. You ain't say that to G-Herbo on Southside.
Facts. So I think that. All right. So my last question to y'all on this: do y'all think that Funny Marco was wrong for putting out the video after he said he felt some type of way about how he was treated? Should he have put out the video or not?
If you feel some type of way, you don't put it out. You control that.
Right.
But hey, it's always what it did was it got views. It put more money in his pocket. It's keeping it's making people tune in for the next one to see what the next episode going to be, and he knew what he was doing.
All right, y'all let us know in the chat if y'all think that G-Herbo and Southside went too far with Funny Marco, and if there should be some repercussions from what happened. No, all right, what are you doing because your watch got broke?
What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing because your watch got broke?
Man, them sponsors wouldn't have been sponsoring me no more. We'd have been on that thing 10. I could have got jumps, but I'd have one of them. No, we ain't doing that.
All right, Ish, if you're a G-Herbo or a Southside, are you giving Funny Marco a couple hours for his watch, or are you like, fuck you, nigga?
No, I think real G's is going to do real things. And so I think that they should make it right. Like, they should make it right. Like, y'all fucked up his property, like, replace it.
All right. Let's keep it moving, people. Last but not least, in our entertainment span.
I mean, G-Herbo, though. That's my guy.
You like G-Herbo? I think he is.
That's what I'm saying. I think I don't like his music, but I think normally see him in interviews, he be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of his music and his style, but I haven't seen him do any interviews.
And
that's how much I watch.
And he a great father. Let's not let that.
Yeah, he is.
that he is a wonderful father to his 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all be pumping them out here. Y'all just pumping them out here. All right, our last topic in this entertainment segment, and make sure y'all stay tuned for our deep topic, Uncensored Minds, where we're really going to get into the shits. If y'all haven't by now, make sure y'all have liked and shared and subscribed to the channel, because it's only going to be on the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all are present. Y'all don't want to miss that. No, this is the doozy right here.
Yeah.
This is the one that's shaking up the world right now. I'm seeing this on everything. Seeing it on everything. I'm seeing it everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. What is happening?
DJ Envy. Question is, should Envy be arrested or fired for his real estate business, real estate scam? It's been all over the news. It's been everywhere. Entertainment news, regular news. Him and his partner right here, his partner has actually been indicted for a real estate Ponzi scheme. Right. And now, DJ Envy, who his presence and his celebrity used his celebrity to influence countless of others to join in on this investment, which we all now know was a scam. Right. It's interesting. One of T's guys, not a guy, Joe Budden, actually called this and said, Joe Budden said, DJ Envy, this is a Ponzi scheme. When he called him and asked him, he said, man, you don't never call me no other time. First time you called me in a long time and you've asked me to invest in something, bro, that's a Ponzi scheme. And, and DJ Envy went on the record and said, hey, he called some of his entertainment friends, DJ Clue, Fab, Joe Buttons, and a couple of other people, to reach out and say, yo, why don't y'all invest in this? It's going to be one of those. Only to find out now that was a complete sham and scam. It was reported that the, FBI raided iHeart radio station this past
Power
105, but it's also been reported by DJ Envy that was not the case. Nobody came into the station. No one raided them, and that was all false allegation.
I think that's a lie. I think that's a lie.
If you are in the New York area or you listen to the syndicated morning show, The Breakfast Club, if you do listen to that, you've noticed DJ Envy has been out for the past week on his tour, doing his thing, and he's been simulcasting from different locations, but not in the office. Also, another interesting tidbit is Power 105 actually put up on the employment post, they're looking for a co-host.
Right.
Breakfast Club for the morning show. They, when the girl, lip service girl, what's her name?
Angela.
There it go. They've been having reoccurring spot on guests or whatever, but now they posted an actual co-hosting spot. So what does that mean? Is Envy on a hot seat where he could be indicted and they need someone else to fill that role? Or could they be possibly moving on because this has been such a toxic portion for.
All right, before I go to Ish, I want to ask you now, should he be fired or arrested?
I don't like that. I don't like putting people's livelihood in jeopardy.
You want the Peter? Do I gotta go get Peter for you, nigga?
No, because being fired takes away from your livelihood, because no one has not been proven guilty yet.
Man, listen, you know what also takes away your livelihood? When you spend your life savings investing in something that somebody told you was going to be beneficial for you.
I told you don't tell them my business, T. I told you. I know. I took all my money and gave it to Envy. Damn it. Nah, no, I ain't do no shit like that. But I get it. Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be people who've given all their money to him, their life savings, and trusted him with this, or invested in these classes, and now they're out of money. That's a hard question to ask, because I never want to see somebody locked up. Right. Never want to see somebody fired, but you also want to see justice prevail, especially when somebody is taking advantage of a small people.
All right, Ish, as our resident legal aid, should DJ Envy's feet be held to the fire?
Absolutely. Because I feel like there is no way that you don't know a partner. Stop it. Look at them feet. Put them feet to the fire.
Go
Yes, I
ahead.
do feel as such because there's just no way in the world that you didn't get a feeling of this not being not right and not on the up and up. And somewhere in between there, you had a feeling like, hold up, my man is into some shit. So either you went along for the ride or you chose not to pay attention. Either way, you've involved and wrapped yourself in into something that you can't get your ass out of now. So definitely you should be held accountable for he should be held accountable for his actions. Now, the job, that's something different. If he gets indicted and the company chooses to let him, the station chooses to let him go, then that's just going to be the repercussions of his actions.
So they're saying that he has only not been fired because if they do fire him, then it's going to look like they knew what was going on, and then they can be held liable for some of these actions that took place because he was promoting this on their radio station,
which is
that
wild.
is crazy. Yeah,
I gotta be. That's why we tell y'all to be careful anytime you're doing something in your personal life because that shit still spills over, believe it or not, into your profession. You know, the things that we post on these social medias spill over into our professional life. You know, the things that we do when we think we're in private, and at times can still spill over into our professional life. So you gotta be very cognizant of the things you do, the company you keep, and just the way you move, because you never know what the repercussions of that is.
absolutely.
All right, I want to say that to look at the bigger picture of this, as my man Dame Dash came on the radio station and said, y'all don't put in your own money. Y'all use other people's money to create your own money. So this is a part of a bigger scheme that big companies do, Ponzi schemes, all those things of that nature. They take your hard-earned last little bit you got, your investment money, to make themselves money when they don't even spend their own money.
That's absolutely
So
true.
this is all big business.
Mm-hmm.
Big business. This is all big business. This happens every day. You have to be aware of the things that are going on in the big business world. They will take your money and invest it and be chilling, sitting on their money comfortably while your money is at risk. Now, there is some times where your money is going to come back, but the risk is you could lose that money.
Big facts.
So, I think this is a clear case of this bull Caesar. Look at him; he looks like a clown. Look at his face. I think this is a clear case of. I think that they were doing good business at first, and then he was like, "Fuck it, let's run it up."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Fuck it, let's run it up." And then it just kept on going, kept on going, kept on going, and it got out of hand. And now he's in the whole 17, 18 billion, something like that. They were saying. So I think that there was a clear case of they were doing good business at first, and then he just got greedy, as most people do in big business, and then it just got out of control.
Yeah, and in these type of situations, I've seen it happen. We've actually had our clients that have come to us just asking for help because of this same type of thing. And I think what happens is that you're right. See, it starts off as good, legitimate business, right? And then you want people to invest more and more. So you start making these fraudulent promises of returns that will never ever happen because you're making the promises of those returns before any situation ever gets into play. Right. So when it happens, you're saying, hey, if you give me 7,500, I will bring you back 15,000. But you don't know that you're going to bring them back that 15,000 because you don't even have a play in motion yet. So what happens is that yes, you might make some good returns. You might have people who say, you know what, he did give me 15,000 and I'll only put up 70. He doubled my money within 30 days. You know what I mean? You do have people in successful situations like that. But then
that is how they get you in the Ponzi scheme.
That's the scam.
They will give you, they will double up your money, and then they'll say, well, you should invest 10 or 12 now. Right. And then I can flip that for you. And then you give them that, and then that's where they get you. That's where they get the win.
The pot gets larger and larger, and they can't return it.
Or bring your friends, because I done got you back now. If you bring me some investors, I can cut you off the top, and now everybody is eating, and that's where the scheme gets bigger and out of control. Again, as he said, the money probably was was right. It was everything was probably beautiful in the beginning, but it got too greedy, and that's what happens with these type of situation. Greed sits in.
All right, my last question for both of y'all on this. And no Peter on this. no Peter on this, no. My last question for y'all on this, and y'all can chime in the chat as well. Is DJ Envy gonna rap?
Big time. He rap because he's not sitting in jail. He got too many kids that he has to provide. He has a wife. He has a family. I do not see that man spending no time in jail if he doesn't have to, which is unfortunate.
Aisha, what's your answer?
Yeah, I feel like he definitely has too much to lose. And I feel like if he wasn't spearheading it, even though he was involved in it, I feel like he's not going to want to take the brunt of the restitution that's going to come with it, the time that the feds is going to hold for these violations.
Getting
I
fired.
just feel,
If he gets found guilty, he's going to get fired.
Yep, absolutely. So I just feel like he's going to talk. He's going to give up the tape. He's going to proffer with them.
All right, so if Envy rats, are we looking at him any different? Are we looking at him and calling him a rat? How are we treating Envy after this? What we doing?
I could care less about Envy, but it will net him, more of an opportunity to get on a thing like this. Like if he gets fired from the Breakfast Club, he will start his own podcast. We already know that's what's going to happen because people are going to want to hear what he has to say in regards to it. He will resurface, as we know, with any story that goes left, you stay away for a couple of years and you come back. You know what I mean? All is forgiven, or the
right,
world.
But the look of that job, being on the Breakfast Club and being in radio, being in the syndication, it helps him, book DJ jobs, whatever. It helps his life. Yeah. So, Ish, are you looking at him any different if he raps?
I probably will in a sense, but I feel like the story that he's going to lead with is going to be he didn't know. So I feel like in the world of entertainment and his career, people are going to fall on that and on his story. I don't. No, I don't. And I'm going to probably look at him a little bit differently because I feel like a lot of the times when people get themselves into their shit, they need to stand up in their shit. That's just honorable to me. Like, I know I was doing this. I knew it was flim flam. I was living and eating off of it. My family was. I got to stand up and I got to pay the price for the shit that I did. So for me, that's what I would be looking for out of any good, honorable human being. You know what I mean? But I don't think he will be that. He's going to be like, oh, well, I didn't really know, and I didn't this, and I didn't that. And I think that's what's going to help him continue his career at some point, because people are going to lean on his story of, hey, I really didn't know.
Well, I'm looking at Envy differently, not only because that's what I come from and I'm raised off of that kind of culture, sorry, but I'm also looking at him differently because you were promoting this like nonstop on the radio. You were like, y'all people need to wake up. Y'all need to get down. I know y'all want to get some money. I know y'all tired of being broke. We're trying to educate y'all. And that is a fucking stab in my heart because y'all know I stand behind education. So you cannot say that you want to educate somebody on something as far as real estate and how it works, but you're not doing your due diligence on your own partner who's now taking things and running.
Thanks. I agree.
With that statement, we're out of here. We'll see y'all for part 2. About 15 minutes. Don't go nowhere. Not tape this time. It is live. So we will be back in your face
at 9:15, people. Make sure y'all are subscribed to the channel so y'all can get that live bell notification pop up on your phone. We will be right back on at 9:15 with the goodiness, and each also has a rider drone, so y'all don't want to miss that. All right, people. We'll see y'all at 9:15.
Peace.